Welcome back in Tenerife 2022. We were here last year and we have off-grid system, 24-volt off-grid system for the past 3 years, 4 years?
Yep, 3 years.
3 years. The batteries here are for the past 3 years. The solar charge controller for 4 panels there, and 4 panels connected through this, let's call it hybrid inverter, because it can...
Shitty crap Chinese.
Yeah. The story is how many people living here? 40?
Around 40.
Around 40 people living here. Here you go. Here you go.
Well, with minimum needs.
Yeah.
Just charging phone, internet, and that's it.
Probably the batteries are not longer 475 ampere hours, and in order to measure the capacity in those batteries, we're gonna put a shunt which will precisely measure the amps and energy going through this wire, which is in and out of the battery. And you can precisely measure the ampere hours pulled out of the battery. It will be shown on the screen, and we're gonna have a little Bluetooth dongle, so we don't need to pass this beautiful dock all the time. So the shunt is in place, is on the minus of the battery. You need to pull also a little power supply, which is fused to the shunt, and here you have this communication cable to the battery monitor, which is showing 0 amps right now. So we're gonna connect with the phone, with your phone, and see how many amps just this guy takes. So fuse is back, power is back in Finca.
Will be back in 5 seconds.
It will be back in 5 seconds, and here you go. How many amps? 30 watts. 700.
Oh yeah.
700. It's probably cool. So 16 amps. This is dropping. You can also watch the graphs,
Graphic, yeah.
voltage going down of the battery. Here you need to set up. Update. Okay. We do that.
I will update.
We do the update through your phone if we can, and then we continue.
I can? Yeah, update.
It's
fine.
Finca is using 400 watts. The battery is 99.9 already, so we have used a little bit, and that should last you for 21 hours at this load if the battery is 475. Beautiful Finca distribution board, Yurta Machu Picchu, Haves light, toilet pump. The biggest consumer is the pump, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is about 500 watts.
When it comes off.
I have put those DC fuses up, so the 4 solar panels are charging now, and we're charging with 240 watts, and our consumption is about 400. That means the solar panels are producing 600. Are we happy with that? We're happy with that.
Well, it should be 900.
Should be 900 at 25 degrees of solar
Yeah.
temperature. So we say we're happy with that. If you want to see the difference, just make them wet and clean, cool them down.
Yeah, they clean
But obviously you don't need more energy during the day. I think you need more capacity.
Yeah, I know.
More capacity. So here is the solar system for 1 charge controller, 2nd charge controller, and this is the Finca Tenerife horse rescue. Lots of friendly people and animals.
The small one only to give power at the moment, yeah.
really cool. Super!
Super, super.
And
Okay, so after we understand how much battery capacity we have, how much we need, we can upgrade our system with charge controllers, inverter charger. So when the generator is being used, we're charging the battery at the same time, so we're loading the generator more efficient way. We have, of course, servo here if we want to connect all that online. And that's it. Happy holidays, guys. Energy efficient washing machine. Here you go. It's not a joke. And here is one of the two toilets, and there is the biggest device, which is a pump, is in there.
Ground out with the big pallets. Start moving some stuff, get it tidy and doing it like that. Yeah, you're fine. I can just get loose.
What is I want to do there is not rubbish.
That's what I'm doing. I'm putting it at the side so you can drive it.
You are up to. I had to work on the Iceland, like as a guy.
Are in the food storage area, and those are the vegetables from the shops.
From the dumpsters. It's all trash. It's all rubbish.
Yes.
Looks like rubbish, yeah? So old food.
Yeah, you can see some signs of being old, but most of those are pretty good. And actually, I'm gonna have one.
Oh yeah, of course. A lot of everything. Even toilet paper from dumpster.
Ooh,
With date of expire.
no way.
Oh yeah. I know.
Expiry date. There is also places like this for famous people.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
So here is a common area. It's the oven for pizza made by sheep.
One for pizza made.
It's a grand straw with mix of water. Work pretty well. Also they have a shower here, and the shower is heated by shit. I mean inside there are
Okay. Horse shit is heating water.
yeah, it's a kind of the spiral inside
Yeah.
with the cable, and it could be very, very hot. What the fuck?
Look, somebody's lost that.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Here we have perfect example of recycling. Every piece of wood comes out of the pallet, and that's how nice the house can look like. Built by hand. Two additional rooms in the perfect place, because the ground is not allowing that place to heat up too much during the day. So basically in Tenerife you don't need much to be happy. Oh, many shoes. Many shoes. Another example of perfect recycling.
Yeah, man, they wanted to throw it away.
Yeah, why to throw it away? Why?
You can do a house from it.
Yes, hard to believe, but yes, there is really 40 people constantly living here. Some cars here with tents. Everyone is doing a little bit of work. this camper is also independent.
Marek, did you saw a gym?
Gym! Wow! Nice! Let's go to the gym. Here is recycling segregation place. Lots of materials. Lots of materials. Wow! The glass is here as well. Whatever you like. And here is the energy at high voltage flowing above. Probably there is a way to catch it, but we don't want to deal with those guys. Before I show you 3 clips from the installation which I received from the guys, thank you. I'll show you here what we can see online. We are missing some VE direct cables, so the battery monitor, solar charge controller and the other Phoenix inverter are not here. That's why the graphs here at the dashboard are not representing everything what's happening there. But at the advanced tab we can see the battery voltage and current recorded by the multiplus, because the multiplus is connected to Cerbo through VE bus. And at the top graph you can see the night time when there is no consumption. They're basically saving power at that time. But here is at the bottom graph battery system voltage and current, and that day here I asked them to keep discharging until the battery will reach 21 volt. So it took the whole night, and early morning next day with the solar charge controller switched off, and the system reached the bottom voltage. And at this moment we recorded a battery capacity because it was fully charged here previous day. So during that discharge process we were recording ampere hours pulled out of the battery, and the results were surprising. It was not bad. The battery still got about close to 400 ampere hours capacity. So it looks good. You shouldn't discharge your battery to 21 volt every day, but that was only for the capacity test. So I think the system will run for another while. All the best, Tenerife. Thanks for watching.
So here we have Marcus. He just installed the negative and the positive on the batteries. Here's the new Victron system, crazy stuff. Switchboard, we know already, all the lines. 2 timers because one inverter, charger inverter, this multiplus, is supplying one of the timer, this, for just the common area, which is a fridge, toilet, pump, bubbler and storage light. And the other inverter, it's supplying all the rest of the system, so with the other timer, because the timer at some point will shut the complete electricity. Why 2 inverters? Well, because we have, and because this is just 1200 and the other one is just 800. So this could be enough for the system, but unfortunately it's just an inverter, so we cannot charge with this machine with a generator. This other machine is the same thing, but it can charge with a generator. It has a input, AC input, so you can charge with generators or with grid or yeah, with any kind of electricity on 220 you can develop. So that's why we install this as well, and we prefer, once we have, to install the pump line, the commune line on it, because we have, and it's better to divide the charger in both of them. And we need this, as I said, because with the generator we can charge the battery when there's no sun. Here are our batteries, a little bit dusty, but 6-volt battery each, so 24 system. Here then we have a charger that control one of the line, because we have 2 arrays. So one array is controlled by this blue solar charger, 130, and the other array is controlled from this other charger, which was already here installed. And this is the box of the fuses for the panel income and the batteries output. Of course, everything is open because we are working on it. And here as well, other fuse box is actually the circuit breaker for the generator. When the generator is on, if we want electricity in our charger, we just lift here and we have electricity going through the input. Then we have the output that goes, of course, on the timer, and then on the switchboards, and blah 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 blah. So once more, then the fuses for the panels, and the main fuse for the battery on the positive. It's a 125 amps fuse for the battery for the main line. That protect everything basically, because even the other inverter is connected after the fuse. So everything gets fused and controlled from the shunt. We have a Victron shunt as well that control with this nice small panel. Up here we see how many volts, how many amps we are taking out, how many amps going in, and that's it. And next to it we can see the Servo GX box Victron. This is for it's a hub basically to connect different machines all together. Unfortunately, we don't have the cables to connect the other 2 machines, so at the moment it's connected just with this white cable here.
Now only our servo is running because he's directly on plus minus. All the other stuff is fused. So yeah, we checked again. We turn now on our system. The blue solar charger must be going on. Our both inverters are still with the main switch on off. So normally we must only have some light on our solar charger.
Huge,
and the Bluetooth
nice
dongle.
spark.
See, it only says it's only is active when he's blinking. Also the Bluetooth dongle is active. Yeah,
Let's see.
we can see.
What's the dongle already say? Can already see, of course, on the screen the voltage of the battery. Can actually see even other parameters, but at this moment there's nothing because there's no load, of course. So he said basically infinite usage without load, of course. As with 26 volt.
And yeah, it's Victron, it's nice. We have here only an application. We can open it. Then we see what we have here now to connect. We have our solar charger and the servo. Let's check so short the solar charger. We have the data here. Okay, nice. We see here the voltage of the battery. We have at the moment no solar input. The solar is still unplugged. The fuses are off. So yeah, we can see some curves what we charged since we installed it, and some other stuff here. I think we have a little bit sun at the moment, so let's try first our Victron charger to get on charge, and then we try the other charger. So we see
Solar's in.
solar in, the voltage rise, the watt rise. Yeah, man.
We can see how fast this toys works between each other with the Bluetooth application straight on. Energy in, information out. Well done, Victron.
Nice. directly some infos, directly the voltage of the solar, the amps of the solar, voltage of battery, amps from the battery, how we charged in, the mode, what the solar controller is going. Also we can see when we don't open the application, we can see here on the lights what the controller is doing, if it is on standby, bulk or absorb or float mode. So easy to see, easy to use the stuff.
So here back, we connected our laptop from Marcus. Thanks a lot, Marcus, for your disponibility. We connected through the USB with the interface USB MK3. Goes to a normal Ethernet cable. It can be connected straight, as we said before, on the Multiplus, or you can connect the Multiplus to a Ethernet port up here. You can see, maybe, no, my camera sucks, via bus, that's it. And you can take the same port out and go to your laptop to do the same configuration for this machine and other machine that you can connect on the servo. That's it. So now we can see we have the program, and Marco is going to explain something.
Okay, before we can start the program, you must download the driver. It's also included in this program, or you must first download the program from Victron. It's for free. And then you need a driver for USB port. And then we have here the port selection. Can go on our COM port and select here COM8 USB serial port. Then he says directly MK3 detected, and so he needs short to load the data from the Multiplus, and then we can see a few data. Also for special settings you need this program, especially when you maybe off-grid or have some charging with generator, you need this program to make your settings.
What's happening here? Can he be fast?
Oh, the little one is much faster. If he start to run, the big one cannot catch him.
Alright, Tenerife Horse Rescue, good luck with the new energy toys and
Hopefully, yeah.
happy life.
Yeah.